So he got what he wished for, but he didn't get what he thought he was wishing for.
So anyway, I reached out. Actually, today I contacted several different state conservation departments, and I posed the question to them. And they were very familiar with the issue, guys. Apparently, a lot of the conservation departments have had a lot of public outcry against
Hmm.
LiveScope and forward-facing sonar. So much so that several of them that I talked to they have been and they're currently conducting studies to see if forward-facing sonar and LiveScope is negatively impacting the fisheries.
Let me just tell y'all a quick story about something. Okay. So there was this guy, he was a hard worker. He's out here, putting in time, doing all of these things, taking care of his family, all of these great things. And he's kind of making his way in life, right? And so luck has it, this man found a little bottle. I mean, it was kind of this funny shaped thing, kind of dusty a little bit. So what do you think you do? Something's a little dusty and needs to be cleaned off. He just took something and started rubbing on it to clean it off. And guess what happens when he did that? Poof, a genie popped out of that bottle. Oh my goodness. I mean, you have three wishes, sir. It's like, hey, all my dreams have now come true. My life is about to change. Oh my goodness. I mean, this is nothing could be better. So now what this man does is he asks for something. But have you ever heard the thing of be careful what you ask for?
Yes.
Because he has everything's going okay. I mean, he's just working his way just like anybody else. He's progressing. But what he asked for is he wants to be known everywhere. He wants worldwide fame. He wants everybody to know him. So he's like, hey, that is my first wish. And so he wishes that, and poof. And guess what he gets? Everybody
What?
now knows who he is, but guess why they know who he is? He is now the biggest, literally the biggest man on earth. This dude weighs about 3,000 pounds. So he got what he wished for, but he didn't get what he thought he was wishing for. So, that being said, let me explain something to you. So, what has happened in response to what he just put out, because he is trying to find a roundabout way to get something that he feels should be banned, right? We can agree on that, right? So now he goes to the conservation people and he says, hey, this new thing that is out is destroying your lake. The fishing thing, everybody's catching too many fish and they're just depleting the lake. And they're like,
Right.
you know what? You're right. So we're going to give you what you wish for. You care about the conservation of this lake. You can't catch 30 crappie anymore. You can take home 10, but the live images is staying. Thank you for your input, sir. So he may have got what he asked for, but he didn't get what he asked for. So now how many people are going to be upset? Well, now they used to be able to bring home 30. In some states, it's 25. But now DNR says, thank you, sir. Shakes his hand and says, everybody, 10. 10. And not only are we telling you 10 today, we're coming out enforcing, regulating, and making sure everybody has 10. What was Brim unlimited? Nah, Brim's not unlimited. We're putting 20 on that. 20. Catfish? Nah, we're going to fix the. You said the problem was you want to conserve, right? So now we're conserved. We're good. Bass fishermen, keep on doing your thing, because guess what bass fishermen do? We throw our fish back, and we get upset whenever we see somebody about to keep them. Try to catch a 7 or 8 pounder and take that thing home in the tournament. So be careful what you ask for, because you may get what you ask for,
Well, you got to
but
be able
you
to catch one first. But anyway,
but you don't get what you ask for. So think about that. Think
hey,
about that. And the reason why I'm saying that
hey,
is because
and
that has.
again, and again,
Mhm,
and again,
mhm.
I am not saying like I started with this. I said I didn't agree with what his approach and what he's doing, because I do agree with that. Is that yeah, you ask for it, you're gonna get more than what you really are bargaining for.
Earlier, Randy didn't give you the full explanation from the state conservation. They stated, and this is what I was telling you, that regardless of the outcome of their research, they have no intention, and that is how they wrote it. They have no intention of pushing for any equipment bans. what they are going to do is adjust the, what is it called? Creel limits.
Real limit.
So, right. So that is what they are going to adjust. So because somebody may be saying like, hey, because I don't want this, I want it banned for this specific thing. So you may get what you want. If you really want conservation, they're giving you conservation because that's what you want. You don't really want the unit banned. What you want is conservation, but you're trying to use conservation to ban this unit. That guy was trying to use being the most popular guy to get a certain thing, but he got being literally the biggest guy on earth is what he got.
I don't think,
Yeah.
no one
Back
is
to the parable again. Oh,
no
Lord.
one is agreeing with
That's
this approach.
inappropriate for this podcast. Where's my
Yeah.
button at?
Exactly. No one is agreeing with this approach.
Then Josh says, so if that is a threat, then how is 8 to 10 million new anglers not a threat to conservation? Whoa, so he's over here dropping the bomb. So think about that. So he's saying that 8 to 10 million new anglers are coming into the fishing industry. And let's see, did he say, is that per year or what is that? But that is definitely a high number. So think about this, guys. If that is the case, do you think that alone, even if they were bank fishing, do you think that alone could affect a fishery if now you have 8 to 10 million anglers without any electronics out there? Just that flood of people, because think since the pandemic happened, all of the outdoor activities as far as fishing and things like that were kind of off the chart. And so maybe because of that, that newfound love for the outdoors that we all have, maybe because of that, that spike, even though it is now, you know, kind of in remission, kind of going away, that those people that found that love for that sport, they're still here. So those numbers are up. So things are going to change. So maybe you can't just go and pinpoint it on that is the thing right there to where now I can't catch bass or I can't catch crappie. Maybe that is because there's 8 to 10 million other people out there catching them too. So good point, Josh. That's definitely a good point on that. And maybe that is something that the conservationists, those agencies are aware of, because they see the rise in the purchase of fishing licenses and things like that and activities that are going on the water. What the state conservation stated is that regardless of the outcome of their research, they have no intention of pushing for any equipment bans. But what they will do is they will adjust the creel limits. So for instance, if you were allowed to catch and keep 30 crappie or crappie before, now they could reduce it to, or sacalade, they may reduce it to 25.
In Louisiana, we can keep as many as we want to.
Right. But once your peoples that are pushing for this stuff, they get down there. So listen, so then they adjust that creel limit. I mean, that is going to be like, so, I mean, it'll be funny and messed up at the same time. Like it's like shooting at something missing, or it's a ricochet.
I totally agree. That's why I said I did not agree with his approach.